Bob.
How do you do? Happy birthday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday yesterday. Yeah, thank you.
Correct.
Thank you very much.
All right,
Evening, Bob.
Fruity.
All right.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Pete.
Yep. Okay. Did you?
Hello, Bob.
All right,
You
mate.
won today, didn't you, Bob?
We won, yes. Fortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a iffy game, though. Yeah, not a good game.
Like Manchester United.
Yeah,
It's the points that count at the moment, Bob.
absolutely. The your team are doing really well, aren't they?
They are, but thank you
Sure.
very much for last weekend. It was wonderful. Really good.
We
Really
had a
good.
good time, didn't we?
It was lovely.
Yeah.
Yep. And Pete, if you do make your way down to Bournemouth, anything, if I can do anything, I will. But I thought I wondered you might be in the radio studio.
That's BBC South, isn't it? What do they call them? I think it's BBC.
Is
So
that
you found
Daisy?
your background.
Come here.
Daisy can
changed.
hear you.
Yeah, it's changed.
There
Yeah.
she is.
Yeah.
This is.
She's
Hello.
she's
Hello,
even
Daisy.
lovelier in person.
Is that the first time you've slept with a dog called Daisy, Dave?
Yes.
Careful, Dave.
I've got a list of other names, but no one called
Remember the
Daisy.
sequence here.
And I don't think I've had a Daisy either.
Johnny, thanks for not bollocking me so far. Well, nearly so far.
Scotty. Oh, I haven't made you guys co-hosts. You should have said something. Jeez.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you. Oh, look, Scotty. Good.
Evening, Derek. You're not in yet.
Yeah.
Evening, all.
Evening,
Hello,
Scotty.
mate.
Evening. Well, fly the ensign. Excellent.
So, Colonel, with Scotty wearing his Canada sweatshirt, we presume you had a lovely time. From the photos you sent us and that, it looked lovely.
Yeah, we did. Of course, you don't know the rest of the story. On the bad side, is Mrs. Kling. Even before we sailed, she stumbled on deck quite badly, and they had to have security come, take her in a wheelchair to the surgery place and get X-rays. And we thought, bloody hell, we haven't even sailed yet, and it looks like the end, you know.
Oh,
But it all worked out, except she got pissed off with the security guy who was from Croatia, who was saying, your shoes are bad, your shoes are bad. Sydney said, no, they're bloody not. So
Well, you know why they're doing that, John? They're trying
I
to.
know why they're doing that.
They don't want any liability, do they?
Absolutely, I know. But Cindy got pissed off because he kept saying that those shoes are no good. She said, yeah, but
Hilda's just got. Oh, look at
it all
that.
worked out after that. Yeah,
She's only come on so you can look at the floral
Flowers.
backdrop.
Got to turn my TV off.
Just like your shrub, Blackpool Bob.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, here it is.
Oh, I didn't change the flowers today. I forgot about it.
That's okay, Patel.
So where did you go? Where did you go to in Latham? Can you remember?
Sorry.
And also, Fruity, it was lovely meeting up with you in person last week in Worcester. That was a great occasion. Great occasion. Loved it.
Thank you, Dave. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a good do.
But obviously, when Taffy comes on, he'll just say that was the warm-up act.
Well, he's been in touch with me. I don't know if I'm going yet. I'm just waiting.
Good. Well, see how it goes. But if it does, be great. You know.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind. I'll just update everyone because they don't all know. I got my results back from my biopsy,
Oh, yeah.
and I've got a T2 tumour in the prostate, which is an early stage one, slow growing, and it's contained within the prostate. So I should be able to have some treatment. John, I'm sure you know all about this.
Yeah, well, I was stage 1, and that's the lowest sort of marking. So you've caught it at the right time, I would say.
Yeah. So I'm now just waiting for urology and the oncologist to have a meeting, and then they'll get back to me about what sort of options I've got for treatment. They've already told me what they more or less are.
I think you're having chemotherapy, are you?
Sorry?
Are you having
Radio.
chemotherapy?
No. That what they've said is there's one, they can remove the prostate, but it has to be done under general anaesthetic and takes about 4 hours. And because I'm rather overweight and I've got a heart issue anyhow, they probably wouldn't want to do it. So there are some radiation therapies. One is an external one, and the other one, they actually inject beads into the prostate in the area where the tumour is, and they remain inside you forever. But after a certain time, they stop working, but that kills the...
Yeah, well, one of my friends had that, Fruity, and it was very successful.
Yeah. You know, there are side effects. There are side effects.
One of my neighbours in Spain, he had the same thing many moons ago, and the oncologist said to him, "You've got the same as you've got." He says, "But you'll be dead before this kills you." Yeah.
You'll be
Anyhow, that's where, you know, I want to share it because it's not something that I want to keep bottled up. So
No, sure.
yeah, but I'm fine. I'm fine.
And also, but Fruity, that it'll help others as well. Just the way.
Oh, exactly.
Absolutely.
I've already ordered one of those little prostate men badges, which I will wear on my shirt, because I would encourage anyone to go and get, if they haven't had one, is to have a PSA test.
Yeah.
It is a lot more. It is a lot more open now. People are talking about it.
And
a lot more now.
Although that's not a conclusive test,
No.
anyone over 50 should go and get it done.
I've had it done twice.
I see Mr. Steele's trying to connect.
Steely, thanks for the wonderful Worcester WC gathering.
Sorry, Dave. I couldn't get no sound. I was watching it, and I've just got the sound on.
You've got the sound.
You press the right button. That's good. Yeah.
You're looking good. You're looking good as the tour guide we had last week in Worcester.
You look very familiar.
Yeah, Bob. Yeah. I thought, what happened to the 2 old ladies who joined our tour group?
I think Leggy wheeled one of them in.
Yeah. It wasn't Madam Fifi.
She didn't show this year.
I must say, it was a fantastic, emotional 2 nights.
But also, my Pat just reminded me of the other Pat at Worcester Cathedral, who was the tour guide, and she reminded us of Julie Walters.
Yeah.
David.
Look, we've got an American edition, Colonel.
Yes, Chris Chapman's in. Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
He's not the surprise though, Dave. He's not.
Well, he is too. Look, we will classify him in the surprised category. All right, because it's lovely to see him. But he's gone. No, he's not. He's back. Chris.
Chris, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Hey, everybody.
Good to see you.
Very good. Nice to see you, Chris.
My age, nice to see anybody these days.
Hang on. And we've got a deep sea swimmer just arrived from Worthing as well, and he's decorated his chair with a nice shirt. Well done, Ollie.
Thank you.
Did you swim round all them turds down there, Ollie?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah.
Good. Have you had a swivel on the chair or just been for a swim?
I've just been for a swim.
I'm glad you did that option.
No,
Good boy.
I thought that Ollie was going to go and see Gizzy at the
Oh, I know
place-
what you mean, at the football, Colonel.
Because I think he might have committed
The
suicide
Amex.
tonight.
Yeah, Gizzy's not too happy at the moment, the way Leicester are playing, so I don't know.
Chris, are you
Yes,
still
Gizzy.
here? Can you still hear us?
Yes, I can.
Who's your team for football? Is it Arsenal?
Not really, I'm neutral, but it was a
Oh,
good game.
hang on. No, QPR. Family
QPR,
Connection.
I don't follow them much now. I don't follow the championship. I can't do everything.
Daisy! Stop it, you little bastard.
Sorry, that was somebody from the Northwest.
Did he say Daisy, you little bastard?
Yeah, he did. She's pulling me fucking carpets up, isn't she?
Whoa, whoa.
Hey, she was a lot more well behaved last weekend.
Oh, fool. I won't go.
Colonel, John,
Yeah.
can I know I put it on your Facebook page, but many happy returns, by the way.
No, thank you, Pete.
Hey,
Thank you.
well done, Pete.
It's the
you know
caveman, the
what?
Arsenal fans coming in. The Arsenal fans coming in.
It's
I told
even
him-
better.
I told him he
Background.
had to come in.
He's coming in.
Okay, so excuse
Where
this.
is it?
There's going to be a bit of football
Oh,
talk.
hang on.
Yeah.
Colonel, there's one of Hilda's cakes. It's just come through for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
There it is. Yeah, she's got another cake.
Caveman.
Is Hilda on? Is Hilda on here?
Yeah, Hilda is. Yeah.
Oh, hi, John.
Right.
Oh, caveman.
how are you?
Caveman's
Ah,
coming in.
Hi,
All
John.
right, Peter.
Yeah, looking well, mate.
Super Tart. Hello, Super Tart. How are
Hi,
you?
Chris. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, sir.
Kevin's got his mic muted. Now he's trying.
Yep. Now, caveman, when you're ready to talk, press your microphone on.
He's
There
got
you
it.
go.
He's got it. Caveman.
Caveman, look, we don't always want to contact you when Arsenal have just lost, but it's just a coincidence.
Hey, we got robbed, man.
Yeah,
That's what Pete says.
That first goal.
And Pete's Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm Chelsea. I said Arsenal got robbed.
I like anybody to be show shit.
All right. Come on.
I would have spoken, but I had a mouthful of corn on
Yeah,
the cob.
Dave, bloody hell. I told you half an hour ago to stop nosebagging.
I know, but the size of this cob, I don't know if you've ever had a cob in your mouth, but it's flipping big.
What did you say? A cob or something else in your mouth?
This time it was cob, Chris, but it could have
I
been.
don't want to hear you on the turn at this late stage.
Well, Chris, they do say better late than never.
Oh, let's
What's that? What's that old saying? Only helps out when they're busy.
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah, he ain't gonna die innocent.
Not gonna die. You're not gonna die curious.
Yeah.
Oh, Pete, as in Pete Steely. I forgot to mention it, but have you been back to the hotel, the Ye Old Talbot?
No, but I did send a message to Lorna
Yeah.
saying how disgusted we all were when they closed early.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, apart from that, mind you, for those that weren't there, this was at 5:30 in the morning. But
I actually put a review on the website, and they responded to it and said because they were quiet that night, the management decided to close early, which is actually a load of bollocks.
Well, there was a load of blokes in there, wasn't there?
Dave, I spoke to Lorna and they were told to stay open because we would be coming back from Coach.
well,
And
Well,
she
the-
said she was disgusted. But then we went across the road to that place.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing they said, Pete, was that Worcester Council only allowed them to stay open until 11 o'clock.
That's a load of
That's-
bollocks.
If you
Is
go on
that
the
so
website,
everybody could get at least 2 hours sleep before the dustbin collection started about 3 in the morning?
yeah. No,
Yeah.
seriously, that's on the bookings.com website where I put the review.
But apart from that, it was very, very nice. But
Did anyone put a comment on? Because I've been looking on TripAdvisor.
Mhm.
And
No,
I
I
don't,
think it was bookings.com I put it on because that's who I booked it with.
right.
But Steely, the reason I'm saying when you do pop in, which I no doubt you will, that you know that big A4 nice photograph of you in your stripy waistcoat when you looked about maybe 3 months younger than what you look now.
You mean
It's-
14?
Exactly.
You mean I was 14?
It's behind the reception desk. It's there. We left it for you because Fruity printed it out, but we thought you might want to, have it to, scare the kids away or something. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know that. You took a big photo.
A big what? Sorry.
You took a photo.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
you were carrying it round when we went round the cathedral.
Oh, you mean my Worcester tour? You mean the Worcester tour?
Yeah.
Guys.
We had one of you and one of Oscar.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Because I'll tell you what, I haven't been in that pub in about 10 years. But don't you think, what a brilliant choice for location for everything.
Oh, it's great. It was lovely. Yeah.
Can I just say,
Caveman, you could have come. It was only and you, Chris, over in California. It's apparently Steve Walker said the point of the Worcester was it was only 140 miles from everybody.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's the reason,
including you two in the USA and also Macca in Australia, but and also Alistair in Scotland, but they did disagree.
And Charlie made it from Bermuda.
yeah, yeah.
Is he back home?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, so where's Charlie now? Is he over in Ireland now? Do you know
he's
Pete
back in
Stevens?
Bermuda, I think.
No, he wasn't going to Ireland, he said. He was going to
wasn't he?
when he going to see his mum or somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think he got back Wednesday.
I think he's back. Yeah.
What, back in
When-
Bermuda?
Bermuda, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
He'll probably
Back
come in.
is
He'll
still
probably
in
come
Italy.
in.
Bob, he hasn't sent the bloody weather forecast.
No, we're worried.
Oh.
We are worried. Brendan will be very,
Well,
very worried.
Put him on the
obviously.
charge.
In fact, Ollie, you might have to make up the weather on behalf of Bermuda Charlie.
No problems. I can do that.
It's hot, but not as hot as when it's really hot.
Yeah, talking
And
of
that,
father-
Scotty, have you been on tour? Are you going on tour before you come to Wales?
Yeah, we're going next Saturday.
Go on.
Yeah, well, it's only up to Bridlington. We've got a cottage up there for a week.
Oh, lovely. It's nice
Yeah,
there.
do a bit of bird watching.
Great.
If there's any
Lovely.
alive, that is.
And
Yeah,
how far is that from you?
It's great, Brit.
Oh, a long way.
North Yorkshire.
About 5 hours.
Talking to Charlie.
It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
5-hour drive.
Oh, well,
It's
that'll
up
be
near,
that'll
it's
be-
up near
that'll be
Whitby
good.
and Scarborough.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Yeah, it was straight up the M1.
Yeah.
We'll wave to Gizzy
So
all the way through.
for all of us, it's great news to see that Charlie and Kevin, Charlie and Kevin, the twins, are both on together, which is great. You know, they don't see each other that often.
Hello there. Hey,
Caveman,
Pete, you all right?
we know who's
Yeah.
the younger one, all right? And I
All
think
right.
Charlie is probably only 3 years younger than you.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Dave, I've been sending you directors' messages through our personal line, just let you know.
Sorry, have I got another bollocking coming?
Well, just keep,
Oh, hang on.
you know what I'm saying.
Charlie, who's that? Is that Charlie? Is that Mrs. Charlie?
No,
That's somebody else's wife I'm with. Don't say nothing. Come over here in the light.
not Mrs. Charlie.
There you go.
Charlie, do you want me to speak to your dear lady about what happened in Worcester?
I want to know everything about Worcester.
She wants to know everything that happened. You know who you're talking to?
He
Go on.
doesn't.
Can you move position so we can see her?
Yeah.
Can't see you in the dark.
Not yet. Not. Oh.
There you go.
there
There
you
you
are.
go. Let's stay there. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
So, is this Miss Bermuda 2022?
She's an old sea dog.
Is that Sally?
Yes.
Oh, how are you?
Hello, Pete.
Oh, that's fantastic.
We'll need a discharge picture.
Oh.
She's
Oh,
had a
probably
discharge
not.
all day.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, sorry.
I'll find it in a minute.
No, to send it in to.
To go on.
Oh, here comes.
Hey, how long are you in Bermuda for?
I'm not in Bermuda.
I'm over
hang
here,
on, hang
remember?
on.
Hold on, hold on. I thought you were back home, Charlie.
Oh, I better change the name. Bloody hell!
Yeah.
Tell us where you are.
Hey,
Oh,
Where
hang
are
on,
you?
hang
We're
on.
in
Someone's
Bedford.
got his football shirt on. I wonder why.
Where are you, Charlie? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I'll have you later.
Where?
I'm on the train. Devon.
Not you. Where's Charlie?
You.
Well, I'm in Devon.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Listen, are you listening?
Whereabouts in Devon?
Whereabouts in Devon, Charlie? Sally?
He said Bideford, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
Bideford.
Oh, Bideford, right.
That's Dave.
Fruity.
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 Yeah.
I've been
Charlie,
doing
do I know you?
Hey,
Do I know you?
we've met. We have met. The piano reunion a few years ago in the, I can't remember the name of the pub.
Juniper Berry.
Juniper
Listen.
Berry, yeah. When all the
Yeah,
ships
right.
were in.
John, are you
Oh,
listening,
right.
mate?
Yeah.
Are you listening,
Yeah, do you
mate?
remember?
Are you
Yes.
listening? I'll get back later. I'm on the train.
Okay, Steve. Okay.
See you back shortly.
Okay, Steve.
Thanks for coming in, Steve. Thank you.
Have you had the others on?
What? I got a
No,
question
we don't know,
for
we haven't.
Dave Ankerman. Why is Steve on a train when he lives
yeah.
a couple of blocks from Old Trafford?
What's that? Sorry?
Not going in the car, that's why.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Get rid of me.
Charlie, I defended your corner. I told
Yeah,
these
yeah,
men
hang on, Pete. Hang on.
that Arsenal were robbed.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, the Arcadia.
Who's that?
Hello, Pete. Steve.
Who else is there?
Where's Dave gone, the Anchorman?
Yeah.
You haven't got your Pete. You haven't got your red jacket on.
Oh, brilliant.
Hello, mate. Hey, Roger. How you doing?
Roger.
Hey? Yeah. How are you?
All right. All
Yeah.
right.
Where are you? Where's that? He looks as
He's
if
on a
he's in,
Zoom meeting.
are you in Alaska?
He's home.
You're not Alaska cruising, are you?
Yeah.
Pete.
Yeah, I just signed up on last week.
What,
I'm in Glacier Bay.
Where
when you're back on next week.
Yeah. It looks as if he's on the wealth deck. Bring us back some ice.
For a change.
Now, Charlie, I've just relocated from one room to another. I missed all the different introductions of all that's. Who have we just seen?
Who's that?
That's
Who's
David.
that?
All right.
That's John Wills.
John Will and John. John, where were you? What ship and what were you doing? What years?
Baker 76 on art. 79 Sea Princess. 80
What, on
Sun
the-
Princess.
Got it,
Oriana.
lovely. Oh, sorry, and what were you doing on there?
He was a baker.
Baker, got it. Lovely, lovely.
John, you
Hilda,
must-
more than one of you, Hilda.
They all know
Yeah.
Hilda,
I don't think we've sailed together. though.
only by name.
Go on. Now, and who? Where were you? What were you doing?
Hey?
You know Hilda, right?
Hang on, you just changed t-shirts. Hang on.
Oh, where is it?
He put Hilda on again.
No,
Where's Hilda?
John.
wait. What's that picture? Where'd you get that behind you?
That's the art.
Was that a postcard?
No, I think
Virtual
it was,
background.
yeah. What, do you want a copy of it?
Yeah, it's great,
Oh,
isn't it? I wouldn't put it on a screenshot on me phone.
Lovely.
Yeah, I'll get it over to you.
Yeah,
It's gone again now.
yeah.
We've all got a screenshot of Charlie's Arsenal shirt, but that's another story.
Yeah.
I'll be back in Glacier Bay in 2 weeks.
Caveman, Charlie and you are both Arsenal fans, both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only look-alikes, but sport alike.
All right. Hey.
Yeah. Nice one.
There you go.
Hey, the only thing is he's got a bigger one than I have.
That's well, it's only
That's his
because
glasses.
he's a printer and he can make things enlarge.
Yeah.
Still, hey, so Charlie, you're down in Devon. Whereabouts in Devon?
Bideford.
Bideford? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Got
Well,
it.
I thought you sent me a message on Wednesday, said you're back in Bermuda.
No, it wasn't me.
Got it. So Charlie, what's the weather
Must
like
be
down
another
there?
Charlie from Bermuda, because I saw it as well.
Yeah, Bob saw it as well.
Let me go back and check. I haven't been back there for 2 weeks.
Okay, lovely. Hey Charlie, you look better in the reel than you do on the telly. And that goes.
Well, thank you, Dave. Yeah. I'm sure.
Yeah, just excuse me for a second, Dave. Can you check out the director's notes on your phone? I'm sending you.
Yes, my information's in my pocket. Oh, hang on.
Jeez.
Hey, Dave, can you put John on? John Herbert.
Look, Charlie, the cake is up, and Chris, the cake is up because it was Colonel's birthday on the 3rd of September. And for any of you missed his message saying it was his birthday, you're in for a bollocking.
Right.
Okay.
All right. I sent him a greeting.
Okay, you take the cake down, Dave.
Yes, cake's coming down. Hang on, we'll just put a happy birthday. It's happy birthday, Colonel. Is that all right? That's
Okay,
coming
well,
from Caveman, Steve.
I'm done with the birthdays
Pat,
now.
and
We're
Lizzie.
done with it.
Right.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, you got that cold, you know.
They're all wishing you happy birthday, Colonel. Right. Okay.
Dave, was you on the Canberra?
Yeah, we got
Yes.
Yes.
74 to 76.
Sorry?
74 to 76.
Right.
What were you doing on there?
Nursing sister.
Nursing sister. Oh, great. Well, you'd have seen something of me. Probably not my E.
His wife was on it too. What did your missus do, Dave?
She was a hairy, but on the Sun Princess.
All right.
Hi, excuse me. Did you, sorry, what was your name again, the nursing sister?
Sally.
Sally, What's your
Yeah.
surname?
Duffield.
Did you ever work with Peter Maynard?
No,
Dr.
no, I
Maynard?
did. No, I didn't. But I did
Oh,
see. I did see about him the other day.
Yeah, because I've known him since I was about 8, and I chat with his daughter, but he's got Parkinson's and has mini strokes. But he was Dr. Maynard. Peter was a smash.
He the surgeon?
Yeah,
Maynard was
yeah.
a lovely, lovely guy.
Well, he was a good bloke.
I sailed with him first in Arcadia, and then a little bit later in Canberra.
Yeah.
On the Canberra as well, Chris. Yeah.
It's all right, there's so much going on here.
Yeah.
I think we would have met all the nursing sisters on the Canberra, David. They used to.
Sorry, didn't hear that.
Club bar.
What was that, Scotty?
They used to hover around all the bars, didn't they?
Of course they did, just in case there was an emergency.
Well, yes, yeah.
Absolutely. They never 24/7, 24/7.
Or they were after the bar staff.
Yeah, you never knew what was going to happen in any of the bars.
Not on there.
Especially if Pete Stevens was behind the bar. Sure.
Yeah.
Now, another question for Chris. Chris, are you still very comfortable in yourself over there in California? Are you on the strip?
Right now, but we're just going through a really stinking heat wave. It's 102 today. That's why I've got this thing. I keep dousing this to cool me off.
Wow.
The only one that's not.
Crikey, flipping heck. That's pretty warm then. Yeah. So you're trying to keep yourself as cool as possible.
I keep taking the waters to refresh myself. Don't worry.
Good. Yeah.
Have you got the Punkawalla boy there, Chris?
Yeah, it should be fine.
Listen, guys, I'm going to sign off now, and then I'll check you next week, perhaps.
Charlie, where will you be next week?
I'll still be in the UK.
Okay.
She says I won't be here.
And
My husband's coming
nice
home
to see you.
soon.
And Sally and the guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Cheers,
Hey, Charlie. Bye.
Okay.
Cheers for that. Lovely.
It's a shame they'll miss the surprise guest at top of the hour, but that's okay.
Well,
They can
Colonel,
watch it.
that's great. Now, do you want me to drop the backdrop again?
Yeah, I'm done with my birthday, Dave. And you can ask me the question I asked you to ask me 10 minutes ago.
No, that was the other backdrop.
No, I asked you the question before that.
Okay, right. Look, just in case we do get any information from Alice coming in, Alan Bacon, I've just got his backdrop up here just in case he does need to choose a dress for the evening.
Nice frocks, Dave.
I know, they are. You can get them all on Lymington High Street. That's no word of a lie. That's
And
where
the question I want you to ask me involves you, Dave. If you look at your phone.
I beg your pardon.
If you look at
I'm
your phone.
looking at my phone now. It's a live show, Colonel.
It's ridiculous. I don't know why we're going for this. I send him prompts on his phone. He's supposed to look at them.
It's a Skagway, Dave. You can take the cake down. Dave, sound check.
Okay, well, what's the one after that?
Ask me why you've still got the cake up.
No, what's the one after that?
Ask me. Colonel wants to know whether he went to Skagway.
No, you're supposed to ask, did I go to Skagway?
Colonel, did you go to Skagway?
No, Dave, but we're back there in a few weeks.
David, you're going to get another bollocking.
No, Dave, but I'll be back there in 3 weeks, and you'll be running the crew bar on the 25th of September, because I'll be in Vancouver.
I can't believe this, Chris. This is an inward outward public bollocking again. Now the boys know this. Caveman, have a word with one of your US flipping counterparts.
By the way, David, you see that?
Don't believe it. Don't believe it.
Your little friend Daisy just chewed my phone charger.
Oh, flipping
bloody
it.
hell.
Oh, dear, oh dear.
You haven't got a spliff on the go, have you, Bob?
Oh, hang on.
It looked like
I
it.
wish.
Yeah.
I'd feed the bleeding dog one if I had. Yeah.
Hang on. We need the bins on. We've got someone coming in from
Here comes
across the Welsh Channel. He's coming
There he
in.
is.
There he is.
Hey, Taffy.
Looks like Father
dude.
Christmas.
Hey, dude, how you doing?
Oh, flipping heck. Look at the Capellas. Flipping heck.
Hello,
Got
Taffy.
got another set of twins. Bloody hell. They're all. Chris, have you got a Capella like that?
No, I'm trying to give them up.
Oh, where's the badge? There's the badge. I think we can take them off now, John.
Okay.
It goes down to my shoulders, these caps.
Yeah.
Hey, no, Scotty, is that Skagway? No, that's not Skagway behind you, is it?
It is Skagway. I put it up there for the Colonel.
Wonderful.
It's just gone.
He's just gone.
Yeah. And also, when we go back to Juneau, we are going to go to the Red Dog Saloon. This last time, we only had a couple of hours to do what we were doing.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we had some really good happy memories of the Red Dog Saloon. Well, the memories of going into the Red Dog Saloon, coming out was not so memorable, but we do remember going there many times. Isn't that right, Ollie?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Okay,
Right.
Yeah.
right. And Hilda, did you used to come in as well? And Chris, did you manage to be able to come into the Red Dog?
A couple of times I went. I think it was the last time I was in Alaska. When we was leaving Alaska, I think we had a big party. There was a Congo coming back to the ship, I think.
Yeah.
I dropped in every
Hilda, although that was a conga for the last cruise of the season, being up there in Alaska, actually every time we came out the Red Dog, there was always a conga, so no one got lost. You know, we got one sober one leading the way, and the rest of us hung on for dear life.
But that mentioning the Red Dog Saloon, that reminds me when I got the bollocking off JY when I changed the music for the Baked Alaska and put Sweet Gypsy Rose on. And I had to go up and see him the next morning. And he said it was Alaska night, mind you. And he said, getting more like the Red Dog Saloon here. And I just stopped myself from saying, well, it was Alaska night, wasn't it?
And there's the old Red Dog, David.
Talking about Alaska, it's not this week, but there is an Oscar-tell following tonight, which Ray Sacre needs to watch. But the next one will be related to Alaskan cruising.
Wonderful.
From Oscar.
Great. You spoke to him this week, Fruity. How was he?
He's all right. Yeah, I spoke to him yesterday. Well, he rang me yesterday. Yeah, he's all right. Yeah.
You've not been well then?
Well, he's well over the months. He was a bit up and down, but he's been on the up for quite a while.
He seems all right. He's going to Cardiff.
Great. So
Yeah, with
Taffy,
Nevin,
you've got at least you've got somebody coming.
Only the VIPs.
Pete, Ollie, Scotty, we're all VIPs.
Yeah.
It's great. Hey,
And
Caitlin,
Nevin.
are you going to come over to the other side of the Bristol / Welsh Channel to visit Taffy in his homelands?
I wish.
Yeah.
Do I have to make some badges?
Yes, you do.
Oh, yes,
Fruity.
definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you could all wear one of these hats.
Oh, a capella with the name badge on the top.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You look like a white rapper.
Yes.
Can I just say quickly that it's brilliant to see Chris and Kevin in from over the water.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Good to see you,
That's
Taff.
good to see you. And you, Kevin.
Chris,
Hey, Chris.
Do you ever manage to get over to the UK? Have you been over in the last several years?
No, the last time I was in UK was in 1980.
Wow, really? Yeah.
Wow.
And Caveman, I suppose the last time you were over was for going to Fraser's wedding.
No, I was over there in '86.
Were you?
Yeah,
What was the 86 event?
nothing. I was living over there for a couple years.
No.
Yeah,
Whereabouts?
in Weymouth.
His lordship. His lordship.
You tell us now, all these years later, we were about an hour and a half away from you.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, the ex-wife was from Weymouth.
We don't want to go too deep, do we?
Yeah.
What was the ex-wife's name?
Hey, Caveman, I think most of our ex-wives came from Weymouth. I haven't got one. I haven't got one.
Or they eventually went there.
Now,
oh, blimey! So you were over for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bastard.
He's gone ever so quiet again.
Yeah, really.
Easy.
Hey, the only good thing, Weymouth had a very good carnival. Is that correct?
Come here.
Yeah, they had a good carnival. It was. I loved the town. It was really nice.
Yeah. Bloody hell. So that was 86 to 88, was it?
Or 84 to 86.
84, 86. Okay.
Hello, Daisy.
Daisy's in.
I need to talk to Daisy, and I'm talking to Daisy. Daisy, your daddy called you a little bastard. He didn't really mean it.
It's a good job we're on air. It could have been worse.
Actually, there's a reunion in Weymouth in October, Peanuts reunion.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what's the Peanuts, Fruity?
Well, we weren't one, David.
School boys.
We weren't one.
Oh,
I was.
If you were a bellboy.
I was.
Well, you went to C school.
School boys. We're all Peanuts.
And what about for anyone that befriended a bellboy? Does that count?
Yeah, we can all go there.
Whoa.
In a nice way. Ollie, were you a bellboy? Were you a C school?
Yeah. I was a peanut, yeah.
So when were you there, Ollie? And were you with anybody that we know?
No one there from C school that I was when I was there. No, I was there 71.
71. And was it 3 months?
No, it's 10 weeks.
10 weeks.
Bloody hell, 2.5 months, 3 months. I mean, don't get too heavy.
I had to do an extra week for letting a fire extinguisher off in the mess.
Well done, Bob. Yeah, but admittedly, you just set the place alight, hadn't you?
Well, no, actually, it was some chaps were horsing about, shall we say, and one of them pushed me, and I sat on the fucking thing.
That must have hurt.
Yeah.
Never been the same since.
And was it as good as it? Do you get that sensation now, Bob?
Well, it's it's the largest ejaculation I've ever had.
Okay, I'm gonna press the edit in the crew bar thing.
And for anyone listening in, well, Colonel, can you edit that out, please?
Yeah, of course I will. That's a word. Yeah.
Hang on, have I got? Oh,
don't be so silly. Don't be so silly.
Mac has just sent a message saying he can't restaurant packed and can't get set up local. Oh, he's eating in a local restaurant at the moment.
Yeah, he put that up, and I sent him a message. Can you try and get in the crew bar?
Yeah.
Haven't seen Steve Watt for a couple of weeks.
That's
No.
right.
No, well, of course, no, of course, we missed him last week anyway, and the Aussie one won't be till next week, Scotty.
Yeah.
I know he comes in on the UK for sure, but
When does he go back to?
Villa had a good result. That's why.
absolutely.
When does he go back to Oz?
He sent a message about Villa's result this morning.
What did he say, Pete?
Just something like 1-1, that's an improvement. Something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but he's still in it. He's in Aussie. He hasn't come over here.
Oh yeah, it was in Aussie.
Well, that's good news
Bob,
that he's all
Bobo's
right.
over here now, isn't he?
Yeah, but Bubba's back in the UK. Yeah, in fact, I'm surprised he's not in.
Oh, yes, that's a point. Mind you, he might be still waiting for his luggage at the airport. Well, that's the last message I got.
That's the last message I got.
No, he did an outside broadcast.
He did
or
one
something.
from the
Yeah.
side of the river.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
from the
Yeah.
river.
Oh, we might have to get that in, Colonel. I missed that one.
Yeah, so did I.
There we go. Oh, dear.
Oh, it's unusual for you to miss anything.
Yes, it is.
Have you checked through your filing system?
You've been
Colonel?
sarcastic, Jeffrey.
Not me. I'd never be John, would I ever be sarcastic about anything
Yeah,
to
you
do
would.
with you? Especially your filing system.
Yeah, I know.
Is that correct, David?
Correct. So Chris, as in back over in the US, have you do you still get out and about? Is it more relaxed now for going out and enjoying yourself as opposed to when we probably saw you last time? It was still quite restricted.
Well, COVID-wise, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, COVID-wise, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's like everywhere. It's like everywhere. It's much
It's opened up, yeah.
Good.
And much more people have got all their shots now, their booster shots and stuff. And so,
Yeah.
we're not really wearing masks all that much anymore. And if I go on public
Have you been
transport,
able
I
to
still
go
wear a
to any
mask.
shows?
It's much easier now than it was last time I spoke here, yeah.
Good. But have you been to the theatre or anything like that?
No, I don't get out all that much. I'm pretty tied up looking after my partner, and that keeps me more or less fully employed. And being 77, I've got a few things I have to look after myself. So, I had a good time in my years, and now it's time to rein in a bit and just do what has to be done.
Good. Well, but you just remind us of all the years you were doing it anyway, Chris, and you sound as well as ever. It's just comforting for us,
Thank you very much.
Yes, Chris. But Chris, I've just seen the picture that Tappy's put up, and of course you can see in there's Brendan. Can you see Brendan on Tappy's right? This is outside the Red Dog Saloon in Southampton.
Oh, okay.
This was last September when we had the previous the previous P&O luncheon reunion. They've had one this year as well, but this was last September's, and Steve Walker, myself, and obviously Brendan, we're all in the same uniform like we always have been. All right, nothing changes. All right.
They're all in Marks and Spencer shirts.
Yeah, Marks and Spencer's blouses.
Yeah.
So Dave, was that picture taken before you got the phone call to go back on the ship?
No, I already knew that I had the call for the ship, and I went to Southampton with the work drag because I was going to go straight from the reunion up to Scotland.
You had the marigolds with
David?
you as well, then, did you?
David, you came to the Juniper Berry first.
Yes.
And then you went off to the airport.
Yeah, Fruity. I didn't want to go into too much detail because some people might get the wrong idea about me.
Heaven forbid, dear boy. Heaven forbid.
So, but Caveman, did you go to Southampton when you were living down at Weymouth?
Yeah, been all through there. Yeah, I've been all over the UK actually. I mean, I did make it to Ireland and never made it up into Scotland. But
Okay.
other than that, I was all over.
Got it.
I mean, because I remember when I was watching one of the crew bars where I guess Ray Thackeray was talking about David Hall's wedding. So I was there for that wedding too.
Were you at Schoolie Halls?
Yeah, it was me, Ray, and Malcolm Conley.
Brilliant.
We were all
Malcolm
up there.
doesn't come in the
Yeah.
crew bar these days.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I was up in Hull.
Yeah.
God bloody hell. And of course you were at Fraser's wedding.
Yeah, I was at Fraser's. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Spent I don't know how many days, Ollie, down at your place.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was good. If I can remember much about it.
Was that when you were in Brighton, Ollie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
Let me ask all you guys over there in the UK, how are you coping with all the prices you're paying for your gas and for your electricity and shit? It looks horrendous.
Yeah.
It is horrendous.
That's what most of us are in the dark.
It's only just starting, mate.
Yeah.
It's going
It
to
all kicks in next month.
Well, what do you guys
Prime Minister, new Prime Minister tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's going to be a toss-up, whichever one of them it is as well, Chris.
I don't know. I don't have much confidence in her.
Well, it's even worse over here than what we've got. We've got a president who doesn't know, he wouldn't know you were up him unless he coughed. Unless you coughed, he's absolutely
I'll tell you what, that Liz Truss ain't got a mouth big enough to get a cock in, has she? Yet alone speak.
He's just brain dead. Trump was nasty, but at least he tried to get stuff done. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's a puppet, a complete fucking puppet. Absolutely useless.
He looks senile, doesn't he?
Looks like we're all going to move to Wales, Taffy. Are we all going to be? Yeah, but Taffy, just to let you know, we're all going to be living in the Taffmobile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if the worst comes to the worst, it'd be cheaper for me to live in the Taffmobile
Mm-hmm.
than
Yeah,
in
I'm
this,
sure it would be.
than in this house, because this is a 3-bedroom house and there's only my little old me in here.
Yeah.
But I'm really disappointed you didn't mention Wales then, Kevin. But I'm sure that you did make it to Wales.
Yeah, I've been to Wales.
Great. Well, I'm so sorry that you're not a bit nearer Chris and yourself, because we're going to have a ball in Cardiff Bay. It's changed so much.
I was in Cardiff last time I was in Cardiff, I was still working for Butlins. It was about 1969, winter work, 69, 70. And I remember the new theatre. Is the new theatre still there?
Yes, it's still there. But now
we've got there was a famous nightclub. I was doing some work at Top Rank. There was a Top Rank Street on Queen's Road, I believe it was.
You got it.
And behind the the Top Rank was a nightclub. I can't remember what it was called, but it was a very popular nightclub. And I did some late night comparing there. And one of the people I worked with, I was delighted to do, was the wonderful Matt Monroe.
Yes.
Wonderful days comparing with Matt Monroe. He was, apart from being a beautiful performer, lovely voice, he was a lovely guy and great fun. And my God, I had some nights with him. He used to like to drink. It's nobody's secret. Matt liked to drink, and he got me completely hammered a few nights. We had a very good few days together. Lovely time. Always remember that.
Wonderful.
Very happy time.
Do you?
Yeah, last time I was in Cardiff, I stayed with Pete, the Welsh Wizard.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yes, I'm in touch with Pete.
Peter Pine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Weren't those guys the greatest? The Welsh Wizards were the greatest things that ever came on the ships, weren't they? They were like magicians.
Yeah.
They were like magicians, weren't they? Incredible.
And Chris, did you ever meet up with Mike Doyle?
Mike Doyle. I don't think so, Taffy. I don't think.
Yeah, you would remember if you did, because he was a singer down there on the Oriana and the Canberra. He was an entertainer.
Okay.
But he eventually made it to West End. He was the top of the bill in one of the West End shows up there. And I didn't know anything about this, but I went to where you were in Barry Island, the next seaside town down from Barry Island, where the Butlins was is a place called Porthcawl.
Right.
And I went to a one-man show there for Mario Lanza, a one-man show, Mario Lanza. And I sat there and I never knew that guy worked on the ships. And his name was Mike Doyle. And wow,
Okay.
what a blinking performance. Unbelievable. He
no,
told like a life story of Mario Lanza. He was the
Yeah.
only guy, one-man show. Yeah, he's on
Taffy, I
Facebook.
think, wasn't he an entertainment officer on Oriana Aussie Cruising?
He would have been in the entertainment's team in anyhow.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I didn't know him then. But
Well, I can remember him, but
most of my late years were with Princess over on this side on the west coast. So maybe he came. I was on the Canberra and the Arcadia in 70, 73, 74. So he probably came to the UK side after I come to the west coast, I guess.
yeah, he would have done, Chris. It would have been much like, because he was on Oriana when it was based down in Sydney. But, you know, when it finally went out there. So that would have been 80s, mid 80s.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I wouldn't have been. I was over this side long before that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, boys, a very warm welcome to Colin Donuts. Welcome,
Colin.
Nice to see
Hello,
you.
peeps.
And Colin,
Courtesy of Mrs. Donut, the IT rep.
IT,
Yeah.
yeah. Mama
Sat by
Donut,
me. She's very close by.
very
Hello,
close.
Colin. How are you?
Hey, Colin, you've come in good timing because in 5 minutes' time, we do have a surprise guest arriving, which, to be honest, none of us know apart from Colonel who the surprise guest is.
I know who it is, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
You're in good time, Colin. But anyway, you're looking
Do we-
good. And
Do
nice
we
to
all
see you
know
again.
this person, do we?
Oh yes, you do. Yeah, yeah.
Well, all
Oh,
of us.
right, okay.
All of us.
Yes, all of you. Trust me, yeah, all of you.
I've
yeah.
got an idea. I'm not saying it.
Look, everyone have a guess. I think it's Cindy, as in Mrs. Kling, but I'm only.
I saw some photographs on Facebook just before I came in.
Oh, love. All right. Well, Bob, in that case, hold fire because we might not have seen.
I will.
So we'll be waiting on it. But Colin, obviously, we're back in. We want to thank you for your stand-up act at Worcester.
Oh,
last
thank
week.
you. Yes.
It was very well received. Very well.
Good,
very
good. Thank you.
Yeah, good. But I know you've saved another one for tonight, but that's obviously coming later. But I know. You
No, we're not going to do anything tonight. Not tonight.
I knew you'd say that.
This, do you know, I've got to give Colonel his due. He remembered that I did stand up 50 years ago on the Oriana.
Wow.
Unbelievable. 50 years ago.
Yeah.
1972, John, right?
Yep, that's right. Yeah.
I was,
That's
where
right.
the hell was I working? I was in the Stern Gallery, working public room steward.
Yeah.
And came down to the crew bar, did in the crew bar, did a complete stand-up comedy joke session, which was incredibly well received. I must have been very pissed.
Very good.
That would have been very unusual for you, surely, Colin. at the
Oh,
time.
absolutely, yeah. Me
Chris
drunk,
Chapman,
never.
did you ever think of doing something like that in your career as well?
Oh, good grief, no. Do you know? Do you know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. I was always too nervous. I could not do anything unless I'd had a few drinks.
I just blew it with Dave, I told.
Well, you see, if you look at the comedians that are on stand up now, none of them drink. I'm not saying they don't drink at all, but they go out and they're on stage and they are stone cold sober, and they don't do anything else but tell great gags and lots of good funny stories. Like Billy Connolly, he's been a teetotal now for what, 40 years, 50 years maybe? 25 years, Louise has just said, sorry. And all the others like Michael McIntyre. I don't know whether you know Michael McIntyre, John, do you? John, do you know Michael McIntyre?
What, it's me? Or
Yes,
John?
yeah. Sorry, Colonel. Do you know Michael
Actually-
McIntyre, English comedian?
No, I don't. No.
There's a
no,
guy. There's a guy that died recently. I saw it, called Dougie Brown. Can anyone remember
Oh yeah,
him?
I remember. Yeah, I remember Dougie Brown.
He used to come on the Canberra Sea Princess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Dougie Brown. He was a joke teller, not a storyteller.
Yeah. Yes.
You
Yeah.
know, you know. So, yeah. Who remembers from the 70s as well? Whenever we were on leave, a television program which was called The Comedians.
Yeah, sure.
It was half an hour on a Saturday night or something like that.
Yeah.
And there was a
Charlie
string of
Williams.
comedians all came out telling jokes.
Yeah.
And it was very funny. It was very funny, but nobody does the stand-up stuff like Michael McIntyre, Sarah Millican. I don't know whether you like Sarah. Some people don't like Sarah Millican. I think she's hilarious.
Not keen
I
on her,
remember a
though.
couple of the guys on the comedians. There was Colin Crompton.
Yes.
Yes.
Who was very funny. I worked with him at Butlins.
Charlie
another guy
Williams.
called Dave Butler. Dave Butler was a red coat at Butlins in the 60s, and he made it very big. And they all used to, just to back up what Colin was saying, they all used to drink like fish.
Yes, yeah, they did. Yeah.
Didn't everyone?
Everyone,
Well, I guess that's true.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
We should all congratulate ourselves now by still being here, I guess.
Chris, we all of us, we're just the warm-up act. We've got Steve coming in, our crew bar director. Our special guest of the evening. There is a bar stool that's still being made in the workshop at the moment. And once the bar stool's been made, we will be inviting the special guest on it. But apparently the bar stool has a delay on the woodwork procedures. So it could be another 5 minutes or more before our special guest arrives. I know we're all special. You're all special, but apparently Colonel says this one is special. All right, is that right, Colonel?
You're right. Okay. It looks like Steve's having audio issues. You okay, Steve?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, we're good. Yeah, I can hear you
Yes,
now.
we can.
I'm just waiting to get on a bus.
Oh, bus.
Well,
Bus.
it looks like you're going to get on the Sun
Uh,
Princess.
Who was
in
with,
Manchester, was it?
who was with Charlie before?
Oh, crikey, there was quite a few of them.
There was a girl called Sally.
Yeah.
Sally Wills. And her
What was her name?
husband,
Sally
Wills.
who?
Duffy.
She was Sally Duffield. And then she became Sally Wills. Her husband, John, was the baker. He was on the Ark, Hilda, and on the Sea Princess.
No, I don't
And
think
there
I
was
know him.
I don't remember him from Sea Princess.
I've got a feeling.
Wait, was he on Sea Princess when we first joined it then?
Yeah. Roger. Can't think of his
What was,
surname
he,
now.
what was he doing, Chris?
He was in the galley. He was
Roger Cheney.
Yes.
Roger Cheney.
Yeah.
Roger,
That wasn't Roger
I spoke to
Cheney.
him the other, 2 or 3 weeks ago, actually.
Yeah,
He was in
Roger
Canada
Cheney
staying with
wasn't
his
there.
sister. He was coming back. And he
Oh,
was
right.
going to call me, but he hasn't done, not yet.
Yeah, Roger Cheney
Well,
wasn't
well-
there with Charlie though, was he?
No,
I think so, because Charlie kept saying, "Can I speak to John? Because I've got someone who wants to talk to him here."
Right.
There was a guy called Steve, who I can't remember his surname either.
Roger.
But I think they're all.
I suggest the Colonel gets in touch with Charlie and asks him who the other people were.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that we need they seem quite excited to see everybody, so maybe they could.
Yeah, well, it's just a little task for you then, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
Well, I can give you Sally and John's because they're friends of mine.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Good.
They're the ones who want that picture of the Ark in the front of Glacier
Oh, okay.
Bay.
Fully. Then you can designate BBC Pete for that job, because he's over there.
I'm away for a few months actually. Tell them that.
No, Colonel. You know, you can't just sit. Colonel, you can't just sit there and delegate. You've got to do something yourself as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hello, Davey. Are you happy, man?
Yeah.
Devin?
Hey?
You happy? 3-1.
Oh, screw you. We got robbed.
Oh,
He's catching the bus, okay, man. You should give him a break.
Yeah. Well, I mean, geez, he's been on a train, a bus. What else does he have to go to get home?
Yeah.
Well,
is he?
my bus is here now.
The bus is here.
Steve's going on the
I'll
bus.
tell you what, I'll get back on. I'm only about 10 minutes on the bus.
All right. Okay, Steve.
I'll get back to you when I get in the house.
Steve, what's
See
the
who the
bus?
special guest is. All right. See you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, I want to talk to Collins. So, Collins, any chance that we do love your whale in Puerto Vallarta, but we see it every week. Can you give us something different one week?
Well, not tonight, but I'll look something out and get Louise to change it for me. Because I have no idea how to do it.
All right.
It's all right. I'm just at the moment. I think it's only Caveman, Ollie, Blackpool, Bob, Scotty, and Hilda. Possibly Chris that hasn't had a bollocking from Colonel.
Yeah, the bollocking, didn't they?
Can I just say that? Can I just say it's a shame we couldn't have got Miss Locatelli on board?
Yeah, I tried because he's in London. Yeah.
Yeah, in London for 2 days.
How long's he in London for?
2 days.
And then what?
I don't know, but if he'd have been there for a week, I'd have gone and picked him up or brought him down to the valleys.
I think he's on around the UK cruise coming up.
Oh.
Because the reason I say that is that he can't come on the cruise I'm going in October on Princess Cruises, which is the Love Boat cruise with the cast of the Love Boat in October. He said he couldn't do it. He'd be in the UK. So, yeah.
Oh, what about you, Chris? No, of course you're going to stay put at home, aren't you? Just make sure.
Yeah, no, I think I had my sufficient quantity of the Love Boat crew when they were making all the movies on board. And of course, I did go to the big reunion in 2017 on Hollywood Boulevard. You know, they've got those. They put hands and feet in cement here, right, outside the Chinese Theatre. About a big ceremony for all the cast there. It was 2017, and I went. And I met up again with all of them, including, dear Gavin McLeod, who's now left us. Fred Grandy was there. All of them were there. Wow. And that was a nice experience for me to see them all again. And would you believe they even remembered me?
Okay, Chris. So if I mention your name to them, do you think they'll know who I'm talking about?
Oh yes.
Great.
You've only got to say most pleasant.
And if you see Fred Grandy, just mention the scene in the movie, the original movie we filmed on the Pacific Princess. Yeah. None of them knew anything about bingo, and they had a bingo scene.
Yeah, I know.
So I had to go in and sit next to Fred, and I called the bingo. I was in a scene for about 2 minutes calling the bingo numbers. So this reminded me of that.
Wonderful.
Chris, did they win the jackpot bingo though?
No one won the jackpot bingo.
No.
We know who won the snowball bingo, don't we, Chris?
Only ever the cruise director. There you are now.
Who got the golden scoot numbers?
Oh, that's great.
Eyes down for a full house.
How do you think he paid for his restaurant, Dave?
Colonel, I think you're in for a bollocking now.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Bollocking for the Colonel.
Would be in order for that. Yes.
Yeah. Well done. Good. That's even better. So
all the way from the West
Chris,
Coast.
you're there in Hollywood, and you've got Colonel in Seattle. Caveman, where are you now located?
I'm just south of Pasadena.
So that's on the west as well.
That's Big Bang country.
Your daughter's got a farm, is that right? Where's the farm?
Yeah, she's in Maryland.
So is that mid to south?
No, she's East Coast over by Washington D.C. in Baltimore.
Oh right, it's way over. Okay. Right. Got it. Okay.
Keep it going, Dave. Come on.
Well, I'm sorry, Colonel. Look, the best will in the world. I don't know how special this guest is, but he or she is pushing their flipping luck, all right? Okay, the bar stool has now been made, it's been dismantled, it's been put back together again. It's even got a matching table, and he's still not here. What's going on?
David, do you remember the special guest bingo caller we had one night on the Sun Princess?
Go on.
And I think we had the same problem there with him arriving rather late, and you was having to keep the show going.
Yeah.
And nobody knew who it was, did they? Do you remember that?
No, I don't, and I'm glad you've reminded me that I didn't.
Well, bingo was dying down a bit, the crew bingo. So it was in the crew bar one lunchtime. There was Kevin, the linen keeper, myself, and I think, well, you were the barman then, I think.
Yeah.
And I said, got to do something. I said, I'll do it in drag. And I dragged up as Hilda Baker, but we didn't tell anybody. And we put it up that there was going to be a special guest bingo caller, because everybody was saying, who's a special guest?
Come on, Dave, you just entered the bar.
Yeah.
Big build up, Dave.
Thanks, Hilda. Thanks for that. And now, look, we have got, and I'm not sure where Chris is located, but welcome Chris Johnson, who was a...
Thank you, Mr. Ian. Good to see you. I'm about 30 miles east of Los Angeles. That's where I live.
It's been very interesting seeing all those photographs you've been putting on Facebook.
Oh, you're enjoying that, huh?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, good. Well, you know, what happened was they were just in a box amongst a lot of other photographs that I have. And I thought, you know, what better than to share them with everybody and have them just sitting away in a dark room. So I managed to get a hold of some of my old photographers that I'd lost touch with through Facebook. And so I put a page together with them and started sharing them with them. And then I looked around for some other group sites, and I found the P&O one and the Oriana one, because I was on the Oriana for 4 years, and also the Sun Princess for 3 years. So I got those two groups I started posting pictures to.
Okay, Chris, normally at this time, our anchorman, Dave, normally part of his job, he will say, could you tell us your history while you were at sea? But I'll ask you myself.
Okay.
So just a brief thing from when you went to sea and when you finished. Yeah.
When I went to sea, I went to sea in when was it? 73, January 73. And I worked for a photo company called Marine Photo Service, who were based in Colchester, Essex. And they put me on Chandris Line. I worked on the Elanis, and I did a world trip on that. Went out to Australia with 10-pound pommies. And then when we got out to Australia, I did a 6-week cherry blossom cruise up to Japan and the Far East. And then came back from Australia with fare-paying passengers. And then I worked, came off that for about a month. That was a 4-month trip altogether. And then I worked on the Navasa, British India.
Yeah.
And I was the only photographer in there. And they gave me a dark room about the size of a broom closet on the back of the deck. And we were doing, in those days, we were doing everything by hand, you know. Wow. Way before digital, and a few years before the machines came in to do the processing and printing. And then I worked on that for 4 months, the summer of 73. And then in October, I went on the Oriana.
There you go. That's when I met you. Yeah.
Met you on the Oriana, and then later on the Sun Princess, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Where you met your lovely lady, Cindy.
That's right.
Chris, were you on Oriana in 74?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, Aussie and Medi season. Medi in the summer, and Aussie out to Oz in the winter.
Yeah, I joined Oriana in February 74 in Sydney.
Okay, I was on there then. Yeah, we had 3 photographers on there. There was the senior photographer was a guy called Peter Bruard, and he was we used to call him Mother. And then there was another guy, Dave Armour, and myself in 74, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I can remember the name Dave Armour. Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of had black curly hair and a beard. Tall, thin guy.
And then after Oriana, Chris, is that when you went to the Sun, or?
Well, I switched photo companies. I went to work for Transocean Photos, who are based in New York, and they put me on the Americanas for 2 weeks, Chandris Line, out of San Juan. And I was actually supposed to go on there for a week, and then Chris James, who was the photographer on the Sun Princess,
yes,
he came over to the Americanas and said, "Don't pack yet. You're staying on another week." So
I think you took. I think you took the picture behind me, Chris. That one there in Bermuda.
Could be.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Small world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've all got some of your photos, but some of those photos you're in it with us as well, Chris.
Yeah.
Good memories.
Yeah, they are.
Chris,
Coming
when
out from the
did you
Starlight
leave the
Lounge.
Sun, Chris?
I left the Sun in the end of Alaska in 1980,
Mhm.
the end of September, and I got married like a week later in LA.
I don't know whether you remember me or was on there. I was known as Super Tart, would probably remind you if you.
The crew club chairman.
Name's coming out now.
When I left the Sun, I was taken off and sent back, transferred back to the UK side, and they had this surprise party for me up in the International Lounge.
Okay.
And I believe there were some photographs taken, but I never ever got any of them. Do you happen to have
There
any
you
of them?
go.
Were you
There
there?
you go.
Photos of what?
Well, they had a surprise party for me on my last cruise I did in the International Lounge. I knew nothing at all about it. And Jem Merrick was the purser.
Right.
And we'd had dinner together in the Chinese Hong Kong Hilton. And then we went to his cabin. And this had all obviously been arranged without my knowing. And his phone rang and he said, "Oh, well, let's go out to the back pantry in the International Lounge for a nightcap." So we all trudged up and we came into the International Lounge from behind the stage. The doors were all closed. Well, when they opened the doors, from the captain down, there was pretty well the whole of the ship's company there, which I knew nothing at all about.
Right.
And they presented me with this silver tray. I was escorted round to the stage and one thing and another. Stan Jameson was the deputy captain, I believe. I don't remember leaving there much, but I believe I was put to bed by one of the Aries, but I don't remember that. But I never did get any of the photographs. I left.
Well, here's your opportunity, John. Ask our guest. He might have it in his archives.
Yeah, that's just what I'm saying. I wondered if you've got any of those photographs still.
Well,
may I?
You're a day
may
late,
I
I
make
think.
an interruption here briefly? It may be of interest. Does
Okay.
anybody recognize the lallies in the picture behind me?
The lallies in the lunchbox. Right.
The lallies in the lunchbox behind me. The photograph was taken by Mr. Chris Johnson. Because I nicked the photograph, but unfortunately it's
cut the head off.
edited wrongly, so I can't get the full feel. But does anybody recognize them? Well, it's Super Tart on the beach.
Really?
Yes.
No, I don't think
Oh,
so.
no, lallies.
Can you if you send me the picture, Taffy, I'll try and get it corrected and put it on.
I most certainly will. Sorry for interrupting.
No.
Sorry for interrupting, but they were great photos that you put up, and I had to nick that one.
We had
Funny you
plenty
should say
of practice
that.
taking pictures to get them perfect, I tell you.
Funny you should say that.
Oh,
But John's face is in the picture, directly above the white T-shirt with you on my screen.
Oh,
So
right.
it's-
Okay.
Hey, Chris. Hi, it's Chris Chapman. How are you?
Hello, Chris. Good, mate.
I'm good.
I
wanna
miss
thank you-
your restaurant.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Yeah, we used to
I
we
wanna
used to come
thank you
quite a
for-
lot.
Yeah, you did. You and Jim Bennison, you, Jim and Terry, remember?
Yeah.
I want
know,
to thank you for all the great pictures you put up of the Sun Princess cruise stuff and those.
Oh well, I'm glad everybody's enjoying them because They were sitting
I haven't
doing
seen
nothing.
many of them. It's great, you know.
Yeah, I've still got plenty to show, you know, so don't think I've given up yet.
Good. I look forward to more.
All right.
Can I just interrupt everybody? Sorry, I need to cut out now. So it's good to see you all. Okay. And
Sorry
hopefully I'll
sorry
see you
I was
next week.
late. It's difficult for me to get on by 12 noon.
Right. Okay. No, that's
we
fine.
appreciate it.
Taffy, can you put that
Chris,
previous picture back?
Chris Johnson, did you ever work with Hans?
With Hans?
Yeah.
No, never worked with him, but I knew him.
You knew him, yeah.
Run across him now and then, yeah.
He was a real workaholic.
He was on the Island Princess for a long time.
He was on the Sun as well for a little bit.
Yeah, but before my time.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know whether you knew him or not, that's all.
Yeah,
I got to
knew-
cut
I
out,
met him.
guys, so hopefully you have a good time and I'll see you all next week.
All right.
Okay.
Cheers.
Good night, guys.
Cheers.
Bye.
Colin,
Hey,
take
Taffy,
care.
can you put that picture back up again, please?
Yes, I will. But I'll also send it to you, John.
Yeah.
And I'll also send it to the Colonel.
Yeah.
The full
Okay.
picture.
I'm going,
so much
chaps.
time for the
I'm
traffic
sorry, I
lights,
have to leave
Dave.
you.
Yeah, I've got to
See you
go
next
as
week.
well, guys.
Yeah.
Good
See
night.
you later. Bye. Bye.
Sorry I kept you guys waiting.
No, it's
No,
all right.
no,
It was a
no,
nice
it's okay.
surprise, Chris. Very nice surprise. Yeah.
Another good one tonight, John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll keep
very
putting
good.
the pictures up.
Appreciate
Definitely.
it.
So, Chris,
forward to that.
Anyway, I had my business at the Queen Mary for 33 years. So that means I'm probably the longest member on a ship, right?
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
And you
Is that
picked
where
up,
you
I
went
remember your
after the
voice.
ships?
I remember
You
your
went there?
voice, Chris. I remember your voice very well. And you picked up a complete American accent over the last 30 years, whereas I haven't picked any of it up. That's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
So, was Colchester your hometown, Chris, back home?
No, not at all. I'm originally from the Wirral of Cheshire, just outside Liverpool, originally. But my dad was in the Air Force, so we moved around a lot. And then my dad retired out of the military up to West Yorkshire. So when I was on the ships, that's where I used to go back to, in the Huddersfield area,
Okay.
out in the countryside.
Love it. Lovely.
Yeah. And then of course I met my wife, who some of you may remember.
Now, who was she?
Her name is Elizabeth Roxana.
Go
She's,
on.
Name rings a bell.
Yeah, she's originally from Bolivia, but lived in LA since she was young. And I met her on the Sun in December '78.
What, was she
cruising to
a
Mexico.
passenger or was she?
She was a passenger. She was on a group with a bunch of travel agents. There was a group of about 30 of them came on the cruise.
Well, yeah, we would have been there. Yeah, definitely. That was our era. That was our era.
She's in some of the pictures I've been posting. So
we'll have a look. We'll have an even better look.
But 42 years married next month.
Oh,
About
okay, you
that.
beat by 2 years, Chris.
Okay. And I got two beautiful daughters, both in their 30s now.
And where are they?
One daughter is about 10 miles away from me. She's coming over later because I'm lighting the barbecue later. And then my other daughter, my youngest daughter, is in Arizona, in Chandler, Arizona. Simply because they couldn't afford to buy a home here. That's why they moved out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Blimey, right. Flipping heck. Well, no, the photos. Seriously, we've all got photos that you took, and we got photos that are big memories for us. From the Sun was special for us, you know.
Yeah.
I think we were all Sun actually. Yeah, looking around. Yeah, all of us. We were all the Sun. Yeah, Pete and Scotty. And you remember the caveman, Chris?
The caveman.
The printer.
Yeah, I was a printer.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. So whereabouts in California?
I'm about 30 miles east of Los Angeles in a small residential city called Laverne. Laverne.
Oh, yeah, I know you're out by Pomona.
Yeah, north of Pomona.
Yeah. I'm in Alhambra.
Okay.
So
Quite a few of us out here in California, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
There are.
Chris Chapman's been out here donkey's years. He was
Yeah.
out here when he was on the ships.
Yeah.
Came out on the Mayflower, didn't he?
Almost. Actually, 1970, I moved here officially in 1972.
Wow.
Did you really?
8 years behind you then. 80 is when I came out.
Yeah.
Flipping heck.
I only just
Okay.
became a citizen about, let's see, 2016, because I didn't bother. And then
Oh, well.
I was coming back from, my wife and I were coming back from Mexico. We've been down to Puerto Vallarta, which is our favorite place. And because I took her out on my first date there with her. But anyway, we were coming back from Puerto Vallarta. We had to come back through Dallas. And that's when they had the machines in to scan passports and green cards. And my green card was so old, it didn't have a barcode on to scan. So they just said, get in that line over there. I was 2 hours in line. And fortunately, our plane was delayed 2 hours. He must have just waited for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Got on the plane. The first thing I said to Liz was, well, that's it. I'm going to become a citizen now. I'm not going through that again.
I did mine in 83, Chris. Yeah.
Oh, you did it early, yeah.
Yeah, 83. But I tell you what, it wasn't until my daughter wanted to go and work in Australia, I discovered that I do have dual citizenship. Because in the eyes of America, they say you're not. When you pledge to be American, you pledge to be American, and you forgo any foreign nation. And so for Emily to get her passport, I had to get not only her birth certificate, but a certificate from the hospital. It was a long process, but once she got that, I realized, well, that must mean I'm still a British citizen as well. So that kind of pleased me.
I didn't think the U.S. recognized dual citizenship.
Yeah, Britain does. Yeah.
Yeah. Dave, can you
The
tell
US
Steve?
is not-
Can you tell
Sorry,
Steve
Dave.
that we're just going to close the bar? By the way, he's coming in now.
We're coming in. Right. Yeah, Steve's coming in. I was trying to find a photo, Chris, that you were in with us. I have got it here somewhere.
Some of you other folk, if you've
I'll stick it on the. I'll give it to you, Colonel.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's Chris, the photographer, is it? Yeah. How do you do, Chris? How do you?
Sorry?
You better say hi and bye, Steve, because we're closing.
Hey, what? Sorry.
Say hi and bye to everyone, because we're closing.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Hello, Chris Johnson. Not seen you for a good while. Something
All right,
said.
mate.
Yeah, Steve Walker was the very hard-working bar steward, and then he went barman. Is that right, Steve?
Right, David. Yes.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
he hid it. He hid it very well, though, Chris.
Actually, Dave, if Fruity was here, give me a bollocking to telling our director that we're closing, because not up to me. 'Cause
Right,
I'm outranked.
anybody who worked in the bar, I must know them really well.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Well, you put a photograph of us on the other week.
I think photographers spend a lot of time propping up the bar.
Yeah, but it was all part of the business, wasn't it? But
Oh, yeah, part of the job, you know.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
You know, that's the interesting fact when they introduced the photographer into the Love Boat show.
Yeah.
Ted McGinley, who was the actor who played the part of
Yeah.
Ace. I don't know if you remember. But Aaron Spelling Productions went to my boss in New York, Bob Harrow, the president of Transocean, and said, "We're writing the part of a photographer in. What do they like?" And they said, "Well, they never do any work. All they do is sit at the bar and chat up women." That's exactly how he was.
Yeah.
Well, if he's still alive, I'll meet him in October, Chris. I'm going on the Love Boat cruise in October, and all the cast of the Love Boat are going to be on it to celebrate.
He was a young guy when they wrote him into, I think it was about series 5 or 7 or something of the Love Boat. So he's still alive. He's probably.
I'm sure he'll be invited.
Probably our age now, you know.
He'll be invited for his free cruise in October, and I'll be there, so I'll say hi.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Dave, put the bloody traffic lights up, please.
Well, you're all going now. I've come. Now that I've come, you're all leaving.
Well, you know it is, Steve. I'll talk to you about the match.
Personal,
Now that Steve's just come in, let him have a word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've not much to say, only that we've just knocked Arsenal off the perch, so that's.
Chris Johnson, have you been able to see any of the previous crew bars over the last months, many months?
I've been out to where?
Have you seen any of these crew bar? Because Colonel
Yeah,
recorded.
I did peruse some of your earlier episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was, I think there was one episode last time you were on. Somebody said there was a photographer I might know, but I looked and I didn't know him.
Oh, would that have been Kaz? Was it Kaz?
No, I worked with Kaz.
You
I
did.
worked with Kaz. Kaz passed away though.
And of course, what's his the dear guy that he's now, is he passed away recently? He had a place out in on the West Coast. He had an apartment down at not Zewat in there. It was Cabot and Lucas.
I don't know. Cass is the guy that was married to Joy.
Right.
Yeah. Assistant cruise director. Yeah.
Got it.
I think she's still on ships actually.
Wow.
You know anything about Joy Casaroo, Chris?
Yeah, I don't know if she's still on ship, but I know she was one of the best social hostesses because she wasn't really a singer and dancer. I know she was one of the best social hostesses that ever worked for me. She was always excellent, wonderful lady.
Yeah, great gal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, David Casaroo and her were only married for 5 years. They got married in 1980 and divorced in 85.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah. But she was a charm. She was from Yorkshire, the last from Yorkshire, wasn't she?
That's right. That's right. She was indeed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she was lovely, lovely lady.
She did make cruise director, and I saw that she was on the Coral Princess up till about I think 10 years ago, 10, 12 years ago. She was still on.
She made cruise director?
She made cruise director. She was cruise director on the Coral Princess in 2012.
Oh, excellent. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Well, she'd be good because she was a very good organizer and a very good brain, you know. Yeah.
Right.
So,
Hey, Super Tart, last thing about cruise director, Super Tart, I'm talking about lady making cruise director. All I can say is thank God they never made Christine Dorella cruise director.
You must have been reading my mind. I was just thinking of her.
Couldn't you imagine it?
Lovely Christine, yeah.
I don't think they made any
God,
women
that's
cruise
proud.
directors back then, right?
Oh, that's a whole show on its own, believe me.
Yeah,
Chris-
it just.
So, Chris, when you see this week's episode, there'll be a couple of photos. Definitely one was your birthday, Chris, down in.
Oh, my birthday, that crazy birthday in San Juan when they took me out to. They took me out to this gay bar. Michael's thing, and then we went to the Scotch and Sirloin.
Right, oh, Scotch and Sirloin, flipping.
Oh man,
yeah.
You know the funny thing about the Scotch and Sirloin, Terry Gibbons took over from me on the Sun when I left, and some of you may remember him.
Yes,
I do.
Terry sadly died about a year or so ago. But anyway, I came in on the Island Princess in '81. I did a spell of relief after I got married, and then we get to San Juan, and I meet up with Terry, and I said to Terry, let's go out to the Scotch and Sirloin, and he said, oh, you never get in now, you can't make a reservation. So I called them on the phone, and I said, oh, Chris Johnston here, I'd like to make a reservation for 8 o'clock. And they said, oh, Chris, welcome back. We haven't seen you. Where have you been? We haven't seen you in 6 months or more. No problem. And Terry looked at me like he just couldn't believe it. He still remembered me, and I was able to make that reservation. Oh man, it was funny.
That's some good nights out there. Good night.
Yeah. Oh.
No.
A lot of money went.
Your restaurant,
a lot of money went. What got spent there? I tell you.
Oh dear. So. Hey, well, look, guys, it is coming to well over Colonel's recording time, and I think we will have to start giving a wave. But Chris Johnson and Chris in obviously in California, the two Chris's and the Caveman as well.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
We do want to see you back. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
We'll see what we can do. But
All right.
anybody got more photographs, feel free to post them as well. I'd like to see other people's photographs up on the P&O site.
Actual fact, Chris, we want you to join our messenger group, the Crew Bar, and also we have one on WhatsApp as well. Do you do WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Okay, great. We have a special private group for this on there as well. So
okay, I just started getting in touch with some of my fellow photographers from way back, and we had a great Zoom call about a week ago, and we're going to continue that. Maybe once or twice a month now. So that's great as well.
Great. Okay, Dave, wrap it up.
All right. Well, look, as Colonel said, that's a professional term for anyone who didn't know. All right. Okay. It's last orders at the bar. Oh, hang on. I haven't put my sign up, have I? Where is it? Hang on. I better put my backdrop up. Hang on.
Chris, you and I should talk sometime.
They get it. Yeah.
There he is. Hang on.
I'll see you in about 2 or 3 weeks' time, David. After the travel.
Yeah, Scotty. Enjoy your time away. I mean, we'll see photos. I know, but have a good.
A man needs a woman to love him all the time. Remember, Sam, a true love is so hard to find. I'd build for my Jenny a honeymoon home below that old white mountain, just a little southeast of Nome, where the old north thrush is on. Big Sam.
Hello, everyone. This is Oscar from Ollie's Pocket with Oscar Tales. Oscar Tales, a rum tale for Ray. Ray Sackery has asked for a rum tale on 2 editions of the Crew Bar Show recently, and I have heard his plea and decided to write about what he is inordinately fond of, but not to excess, we trust, and satisfy his thirst for knowledge, no pun intended. So, Ray, pour yourself a delicious rum drink, and sipping on that beverage, please enjoy your tale. From cruise ship to hotel poolside, sipping a rum cocktail means instant transportation to the tropics and the Caribbean. However, not all rums are the same. They are all distilled from sugarcane or molasses and then fermented. So it follows that the sugar-growing countries manufacture rum in pot stills and column stills. Therefore, the Americas and Caribbean is heavily involved in its manufacture. Some of the main countries are Cuba, Jamaica, the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Guyana, Venezuela, Mexico, and Barbados. There are 2 types of rum, white and dark. White rum is aged in stainless steel tanks for up to 1 year. Dark rum is aged in casks made of charred oak, which gives it the characteristic taste and colour. The length of time spent in the charred oak casks usually determines the darkness of the rum. Captain Morgan rum. In the 17th century, Captain Morgan was a ruthless pirate, even by pirate standards, which were pretty low. He actually did not create the Captain Morgan Rum Company, unless he had an extraordinarily long lifespan, as it came into creation in 1944 by the Seafarers Company. The original spiced rum recipe was bought from a pharmacy in Jamaica that was owned by the Levy brothers. It was produced today in the Virgin Islands, but was made in Puerto Rico in earlier times. The Captain Morgan portrait on the bottle was made by the artist Don Mates. Bacardi. Bacardi white rum is the highest selling rum in the world. It has on the bottle label Bacardi Puerto Rico rum, which is not strictly correct, as it was originally produced in Cuba and only moved its operations to Puerto Rico after the communist takeover of Fidel Castro. It was made by Facundo Bacardi Masso, who emigrated to Cuba from Spain in 1830. He married the wealthy Amelia Moreau, and her money helped to start the company around 1860. He took advantage that sugar producers had a huge problem with leftover molasses from the manufacture of sugar. They had actually dumped the stuff in the ocean to rid themselves of it. However, rum producers knew how to ferment molasses, and it solved the problem, and so disappointed the fish by them losing their sweet treats. I'm sure they must have been very cross. They used the bat as a symbol on the label of the bottle. The bat was portrayed head up, as bats sleep upside down. I often wondered if it was supposed to be a pissed bat after too many cocktails. The Bacardi move to Puerto Rico was in 1959, when Castro overthrew Batista and seized all the Bacardi lands, plantations, and manufacturing assets. Mount Gay has been distilled for 3 centuries in Barbados. The original plantation deed is February the 20th, 1703, which makes it the oldest continuous operating plant of a rum distillery in the world. It changed hands and was bought by John Sober in 1747. He had a friend and manager called John Gay Alleyne, and upon his death in 1801, he named the company after him. The plantation had in the grounds of the property a water well. It was 300 feet deep and is still in use today. The coral limestone deep underground water is still used today in the production of the rum and helps give it its unique flavour. Myers Original Dark Rum. This Jamaica rum, to many aficionados, is the only rum. Taste a sample and you will find the rich aromas of burnt wood from its charred oak cask, as well as dark flavours of dark caramel. It features in many cocktails, and many people consider it the finest rum to make rum punch, as it mixes so well with the other ingredients. I think it is one of the best tasting rums, and I am also sure it is passed by one other rum in excellence and taste, none other than the most famous rum of all, Purser's rum. Since the days of wooden ships and iron men, the original Navy rum, Purser's rum, has long been associated with the sea. The British Royal Navy issued the tot on a daily basis. Before a battle, the fleet was issued a double tot. Again, after the battle, a double tot was issued to whoever had managed to survive the mayhem and carnage of the slaughter. It is still made today, according to the original Admiralty specifications. Grog is a mixture of rum and water. It was introduced by an admiral, long may his name be cursed by all seamen, as a way of reducing drunkenness in the British Royal Navy ships in the mid-18th century. His name was Admiral Edward Vernon, to whom the sailors gave the nickname of Old Grog. This was because of his habit to always wear a coat made of grogham cloth. As a result, eventually watered rum was known as grog. His recipe for grog was 1/2 pint of rum to 1 quart of water. Curse his black heart. Imagine his nerve at bashing a seaman's best friend. 239 years after the start of the tradition, on the 20th of July 1971, a day that shall live in infamy, Parliament voted to put an end to the issuing of rum to the fleet. P&O issued rum tots on its ship and finished issuing it a year after the Royal Navy. It was only issued to crew members in excessive heat or cold or doing unpleasant tasks. I myself, as an assistant barman in the main bar on the Orsova, used to issue it in 1969. The sailmaker was issued a bottle of crew rum when he made a canvas bag for a burial at sea, and always put the last stitch through the nose. I looked up the wholesale price of the crew rum bottles in the records in the main bar. That made him the cheapest undertaker on the planet. Well, that's all, folks, for this week. From Oscar. Oh, and always remember,
and brother Billy too. They crossed the Yukon River and found the Bonanza Gold below that old white mountain, just a little southeast of Nome. Sam crossed the majestic mountains to the valleys far below. He talked to his team of huskies as he mushed on through the snow, with the northern lights a-running wild in the land of the midnight sun. Yes, Sam McCord was a mighty man in the year of 19.